In this installation video, I'm going to demonstrate how to mount the Deckinginabox chassis, the Deckinginabox tops, directly onto decking pedestals. So where would we use decking pedestals? We'd use them on top of buildings which have flat roofs that require a decking area, which have a waterproof membrane that we don't want to penetrate by fixing anything through it. So we simply want to lay the decking pedestals on top, and then consequently the decking tiles on top of these. It's a very simple, easy, secure system to fit and requires no fixings. So we start by laying out the decking pedestals over the area to be covered. We measure 400mm centres on the pedestals in a horizontal fashion, and then we simply get the decking tile chassis and then mount that onto the top of the decking pedestals. And the way that they fix is on top of the decking pedestals we have tabs which come as a separate item. We push them into place, and for corners we can use just 2, and for the centres we can use 4, or for the midway we can use 3. Now they locate into a recess on the chassis itself, and once in place it's a semi-permanent fixture. Before we mount all the chassis into place on top of all of the decking pedestals, we need to determine what the finished look is going to be and how we're going to achieve it. If this was a front edge and we wanted to finish the edge, what we would do is the decking pedestals are designed to be cut down. So if we wanted half of this pedestal, it would be a simple case of just chopping it in half so that it finishes flush at the end of the chassis and the decking tile. From there we can simply apply some decking fascia product of some type, or we could also gravel fill it, which is an option widely used. So once the decking pedestals are in place with 400mm centres, horizontal centres, we simply just go and lay the decking chassis on top of the pedestals. I've laid a few out because it is a little bit time consuming and a little bit fiddly, and to save on video time. So the 3 which are in situ now, I've just placed the 4th one in place. So locate it onto the tabs. And the system now is a semi-permanent fix. So meaning that I can push this whole system as almost one type of chassis. So once we fix those all in situ, we take a spirit level and we level it through. And the way that we level the decking pedestals is by a little wheel feature which spins underneath, and we can raise or lower the decking pedestals. If a more permanent fixture is required, so on top of maybe high-rise buildings where they have a wind uplift concern, we can do this by means of an additional kit. And what that kit does, it locates into a boss of the decking pedestal below, and it fixes the 4 corners of the chassis down. And on each of the corners you will note that there is a quarter moon type shape. It's recessed, and it's recessed down so that it doesn't affect the top when it's placed on. So from there we take the decking tile tops. There is a linear slip resistant finish on the surface of the decking tile tops, so we can place this in a few different variations. So we decide the orientation before we do this. We can lay them all in one direction going this way, we can lay it in a direction going that way, or we can rotate them. We'll put them as a rotation for this demonstration, and by simply pressing down they click into place. So again, if we were going to finish this edge and it was sat in maybe a balcony on an apartment, or on a rooftop terrace. If we're not cutting the pedestals down and we're not fascia in the front, because they're sat in a tray type system, we can just simply fill this, and we can do that by means of a gravel type structure or a wood chipping type structure, or anything of your design.